Welcome to Ask Me Anything, featuring spiritual medium and psychotherapist Kellee White.
Hi, everybody. I'm spiritual medium, psychotherapist, and author Kellee White. Nice to see everybody today. Let me say hi. Hi, Sarah Stone. Hi, Frank Sullivan. Hi, Angela. Hi, Vera from snowy Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Wow, it is very cold here in Wisconsin, too. Really cold, actually. Although we're going to have a heat wave this week. I think it's going to be 36. So they call that spring out here in Wisconsin. So hi, Stacy. Hi, Laura. Yeah, the weather is as crazy as the world is. So true. So true. So true. Hi, Matt Scarborough. From Matt and Carrie from All Souls. What will happen when all the planets line up next month? I'm going to talk about that, Matt. So I'm glad you guys are listening. I'm going to talk about we'll talk slightly about it today, but really next Thursday is when I'm going to be talking about the March energy of March. And it's a big energy in March. So many changes, so many planets changing signs. We have planets going retrograde. We will have 2 eclipses. It's a huge deal. And on the second eclipse, we'll have 7 planets in Pisces. It's pretty much unheard of like this. So it's a big, big, big month. And I'm going to talk about it all next Thursday. But I am going to talk a little bit today about what is going on astrologically, because I do get asked that all the time. And we're going to talk about that. Hi, Anne Margaret. Those pictures you sent me, Anne Margaret, were extraordinary, of a tree full of red cardinals. That was one of the coolest things ever. And I love red cardinals. Let me know in the comments if you guys have seen any red cardinals. I have one, just one, that has been coming up for the last few days. They've been completely gone or missing from the farm here. So it is great to see them. Hi, Jen Tran. Hi, Marge. Hi, Lori. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Terry from Rapid City, South Dakota. Yay. Love the blue. Thank you. I've been in these blue moods. Not in a sad blue mood, just in a color blue mood. Therapy Gal Sue. I love that. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Leslie. Hi, Bonnie. Hi, Marilyn from Kansas City. Right cold. It's so true. Hi, Karen. Hi, Sherry. Sherry says, Kelly, are there coincidences in numbers? I was on my way to pick up the cat at the vet and looked, and it was 44 degrees at 4:44. And then a truck was in front of me with the plate number 444. So 444, anytime you see 444 or any combination like that, 44, 44, any of that, it's the angel community is right there with you. It's a lovely thing to see. I just love it. Hi, Vicki. I hope you're feeling a little better, Vicki. Hi, Denise. Hi, Linda. Hi, Marie. Hi, Patty. Hi, Kim Ann. It's all a burr. So true. So true. Well, hi, Ann from Quebec. Oh, Linda Cardenas. Hi, Linda. My dear, dear, dear friend. Hi, Linda. And I want to give a big shout out to my dear friend, Larry. Larry, how are you doing? And Larry, I have a message for you from the guides. Larry, if you're listening to me, Larry Klimas, I have a message for you, okay? Here you go, sweetheart. Larry, you are here for a reason. He happens to be one of the greatest musicians in the world. So, Larry, start playing. There you go. I'll put this over here. And let's talk about a little astrology first, and then we're going to talk about numerology. And then I'm going to answer as many questions as I can, because I think it's a great topic. Numerology is a great topic. It's so fun. I love to talk about this. But I want to talk about a little bit of the astrology for right now, what's going on, because people are asking me. And I got a lot of questions about the aircraft situation, how a lot of the planes, we've had so many plane accidents. And I just can't help but think that one plane, the Delta plane that went over on its side, I can't help but think that the way it was on its side with everybody in their seatbelt upside down, it's kind of a metaphor for what's going on right now. I really believe that. But anyway, let's talk a little bit about the air incidences, because I've been asked a lot about that. And it has a lot to do with the planet Uranus. The planet Uranus is actually at the last degree in Aries at the 29 degrees. Now, whenever I've talked about the 29 degrees, and I say 29, it's very significant. You know, again, numbers are significant. And I am going to talk a little bit about numbers when we do the numerology, but numbers are significant. So the 29th degree in astrology brings intensity. It's the end of a cycle and then the beginning of the next sign. And right now, Uranus, and it's been in Aries for, golly, I think the last 7 years, but it's in Vedic astrology, but it is at the last degree, and it's going to be changing and going into Taurus approximately mid-March. And that's another planet that is changing. Actually, it's March 18th. But so that 29 degree will hold for the next few weeks and even after that. So I'm going to say, and it's in the Kritika Nakshatra, which means radical transformation and things like this. But Uranus rules, to get back to the point, it rules airlines and airplanes. And it is at the last degree like this, it's treacherous. It can be treacherous. So also at the same time, Neptune and Rahu are conjunct, and that Rahu rules technology and machinery, and Neptune rules water. And so one plane went down in the water, this other plane, a Delta, was on the ice. You know, so it's like the last few degrees of Uranus in the last degree. And I think that's what this is about, accidents. I think that is having plane accidents. And I think we still have another several weeks to go with this. Now, does this mean to be afraid to fly? No, I'm not afraid to fly. Nope. I'd still fly. If I need to go somewhere, I will go somewhere. So I just want to kind of give us some sort of understanding of possibly why this is happening. Anyway, so here we go. And in February, because we're still in February, it's February 20th, the energy has been getting a little more intense and chaotic, right? I'd say this is a very chaotic time. And on February 23rd, so today's the 20th, on February 23rd, Mars, a very intense planet, finally goes direct, and it's been retrograde, and it's going direct in Gemini at 22 degrees. So Mars sharpens communications when it's in Gemini. And that 22 degree is actually a transformative degree because it represents a critical point, and it can even represent crisis, significant change. So it's a very restless time when Mars is in Gemini. It's agitated, and unresolved issues may resurface here. So this could be why, watch driving. Pay attention when you're driving, because this chaotic energy kind of pushes us out of our bodies, and we're not really paying attention to driving. You'll notice a lot of accidents happen. So you really want to pay attention. You want to be in your body at all times. You want to make sure, do a constant check that you're in your body, that you're not out there perseverating on things that are going on. Instead, if you can, make sure you're in the body, okay? So that's one thing that happens on February 23rd. And on February 27th, we have a new moon in Aquarius, and it's in the nakshatra called Shetabisha. And that represents, new moons represent new beginnings. So set your intentions for this February 27th, which is a week from today. We'll be talking about this new moon because it's about letting go of the old, embracing the new. It will bring some encouragement to move forward. So that's something to look forward to. And just also that on February 27th, another thing is Mercury transits into Pisces. And so we're going to start seeing the movement of planets into Pisces. It's going to be a really interesting time in March and April, and a challenging time. I'm going to call it right now. It's a challenging time, March and April. So do the best you can with trying to stay in the body, not going to panic, going inward. I always want to remind people we did want to be here during this time. We did. What were we thinking? I don't know. That's something you have to take up with your spirit guide. What was I thinking? What was I supposed to learn during this time? Well, actually, we're all supposed to learn the same things: patience, tolerance, doing the right thing, So if you feel that you need to go out and express yourself, do it. If you feel you need to go out and be an activist, do it. This is a time for you to make decisions for you that are good for you. So just remember that I'm saying that. Okay? So let's talk about numerology here. I love numerology. I am not a numerologist. I'm going to say it right now, but I do love numerology. And it's something that I have just been intrigued with for years. And numerology is, it's an ancient science, actually. And I want you guys to remember this. Before we incarnate, we choose our birthday. We choose a lot of things, but we choose our birthday. Your mother didn't choose it. Your father didn't choose it. I don't care that they said, well, I have to have a C-section at 9 o'clock on June 3rd. It won't matter. You as the soul that's entering the body, that's the soul that decides when that is when that day is going to be. And so we choose our date because that date brings a certain energy to us or a certain something that we're needing to learn. Now, I always say, know thyself. And one of the ways to know thyself is through numerology, to know what number you are. And in a spiritual context, numerology refers to the belief that numbers hold a mystical significance, which I believe they do. I think we're always getting information, and I love to get information through numbers. And they can reveal insights into our life path. Why are we here? Into our personality, into our destiny, because each number has a unique vibration. And so it's essentially the study of spiritual connection between numbers and the universe. And many of the cultures throughout history have attributed special meanings to numbers. This is not the first time. This has been going on for a long, long time now. And so let's talk about this. So I'm going to talk first about the life path number. So when anybody has a session with me, and I just opened up my March calendar is open. And when you have a session with me, I ask for the birth date. And the reason I ask for the birth date is I want to see what number you are. I want to see where you are, because chances are, I don't care if it's a mediumship, I don't care what it is, you're going to want to know certain information about yourself and or where you are. And the numerology of the year for you and the numerology of what number you are helps me interpret what I see for you. So your life path number, and that reveals your personality traits, your strengths, your weaknesses, your greater purpose, your talents or your ambitions. And it can even help you understand why certain events occur in your life. And it can help you find yourself around certain circumstances. So in order to calculate your life path number, which is, I'm going to tell you how to do that. So everybody get a little piece of paper, unless you can do it in your mind. You simply add, and this is for your life path number. So this is the first thing that we look at. I'm not a numerologist, but it's the first thing we look at. If you're doing numerology, first thing, you want to calculate your life path number. So in order to calculate your life path number, you simply add together the day, the month, and the year of your birth until you get a single digit. Now I'm going to talk about single digits, and I'm going to talk about master numbers that we do not break down. But for example, if you were born on March 6, 1990, you would add 3, because March is the third month, plus 6, plus 1, plus 9, plus 9, plus 0, and that would equal 28. 8 plus 2 equals 10. Reduce that down to a 1, and then your life path would be a 1. Now, My birthday is September 20th, so September is a 9. 9 plus 2 is 11. I was born in 1957, which is a 22 year. So I would take the 22 and I would take 11, and together that's a master number of 33. So master numbers, I'll talk about that, because some people will be an 11, some people will be a 22, some people will be a 33. But anyway, so essentially what you do is you add up your birth date and your month. So again, if you were born on June, let's talk about this. So that's how you do your life path. And you know what? Let me tell you about the different numbers of the life path. So I think that will help, and then we're going to do the personal year cycle for everybody, because I think that will help. So if you are a 1, I'll just give you a little heads up for if you're a 1. So if you're a 1 in numerology, it's like you're a leader. They call it an ambitious leader. It's strong motivation, somebody who's goal oriented, and it's often will be not necessarily, but me first. They can push beyond their limits. Ones have a huge determination. If you add up all your numbers, your month that you were born, the day you were born, and the year that you were born, and you get a number 2. And the 2 is, without a doubt, 2 is relationship oriented. And in fact, whenever I see anybody, even if you were born on a 2 or an 11 day or a 20 day or a 29 even, it has a lot to do with being a partner, partnering up. I was born on the 20th, so partnering is important. But if you are a 2 in numerology, it really carries the energy of relationship, and it cannot be alone. Sometimes it's so funny because somebody will come in and they are a 1 in numerology, and or not to make this too confusing, or they're maybe an ace of something in the destiny charts, and often they will want to be alone. But number 1s typically prefer to be alone. Number 2s cannot be alone. They just can't. Now, if you're a number 3, 3 is all about creativity. 3 is, my granddaughter's name is Lulu. And if I just took her first name, Lulu, and L is a 3 and a U is a 3, and we'll do one on names another time, but because we're going to stick with birth dates. But LULU is 3333, which is so creative. It's even fun to spell her name. But anyway, it symbolizes magic, really. It's a combination of, it's also, 3s are often considered to be a lucky number. So they call it the magic of the number 3. So it is, they call it also past, present, and future, and having different experiences for the 3. 3s are really unique. They are unique. They have their own rhythm, which I love now. Now, a 4, if you are a 4 is the number of foundation. 4 is stability. And in general, it represents buildings and doorways and the earth itself, standing as a symbol that things are solid. They're not prone to change easily. So 4s are typically, they're very reliable. They're very practical. So you can tell when there's a 4 in the room because they hold the space. I could look at somebody pretty much and kind of guess their number, because remember, everything's a vibration. So number 5, whenever I see 5s come in, I just get such a kick out of this, because they love change. They love change. They love to travel. They like to change this, to change that. They have the energy to connect. 5s are connectors. They will connect people. 5s are, if you are needing to have a friend, look for somebody who's a 5. 5 will go, come on, let's go do this. They're unafraid virtually. They just will go and do. And so 5s are fun to travel with. It can be exhausting if you are certain numbers. It might make you a little tired, but Anyway, fives they have such a magic into them as well. So they just love freedom. They love freedom. Fives sometimes get married, often they will, or partner up, but it has to be with somebody that also understands the freedom piece to that. So anyway, that's fives are fun. Now sixes, if you are a six, if you add all your numbers up, again by adding your birth date together. So if you were born in January, January is a 1, February is a 2, March is a 3, etc., etc., etc. But if you were a number six, six is often, we call that the love number. And the reason we do is if you're a six, it represents the home and family and a place of safety where trust and acceptance just flow. It's stable, it's nurturing, it's safe. So six has that kind of it's that kind of vibration, you know. They don't like stress. You know, you can always tell a six. They just want everybody to get along, you know. So anyway, that's a six. Now, if you are a seven, I work with a lot of sevens. Sevens are all about spirituality. That they come for spirituality. And you can see a seven on all kinds of levels. Sometimes a seven is really deep in spirituality, really deep in understanding the concept and understanding it, and really is into empathy and compassion and all of that. And that's on the high level of a seven. And then there are the sevens that have to overcome things like negativity, or, well, negativity is a big one. Usually they have to overcome negativity. And so it's really important. And you know, seven is a really spiritual number because there are 7 days in a week. There's, I don't know, seven runs through like all kinds of aspects in our life. So it's very important here. And then there's the number 8, and 8 is the number of renewal. And 8, if you are an 8, also has to do with money and power. So 8s, you can tell when an 8 walks in a room because they hold that energy of a very strong ego, usually. 8s are, it's a true power, you know, true power there. And so the karma with that is, with all of them, every number is going to have a karma to it. But, you know, use the power well. Use your power well. Also, I find that if I mention to somebody, you are an 8, I mean, step into that power. A lot of people will have heard me say that. And that means really to step into it. Because you choose what you're going to come in. 8 means ambition. 8 means advancement. So it's a big deal. Now, if you are a 9 in numerology, that is, it means like you've come in this lifetime to complete your life. Often, and 9s are more rare typically. And it's like they have lived through so many experiences. They come in, they're exceptionally wise, and they've had a lot of worldly experiences, and they're more tolerant. They're compassionate, they're spiritual. They, I wouldn't say necessarily romantic, but I would say more spiritual. They almost like universal in humanitarian. They have a humanitarian edge to it. That's how I would describe the 9s. When I see a 9, I'm always thrilled because I think it's so important. Now, then there are the master numbers. So if you have done your birth date, you add your month, your day, and your year together, and you get an 11 or a 22 or a 33, those are master numbers. And when I see people with master numbers, they symbolize deep spiritual growth here. They took a life that is like getting their, master's or PhD on earth. It means that you're doing something, you're working towards something on earth here for deep spiritual meaning. And 11 is a master number that represents spiritual awareness and inner wisdom. 11s will have taken a challenging life. So if you have a session with me and I say, oh, you're an 11, you've had an extremely challenging life. And they'll say, oh yes, I have. And it's it's a powerhouse. 11, if you're a 22, 22s symbolize responsibility and the ability to influence the world. And so we call them the builders. So you can remember there's a karmic influence on either side here. You can build and you can destroy. So you have to be very mindful of how you use this energy. And then there's a 33, which I happen to be a 33. It means a master number that represents compassion and blessings, inspiration, courage, those kind of things. And it means it's putting together an 11 and a 22 energy. So I have to walk a certain path. And so when you are a master number, and everybody's going to have different challenges depending on their numerology and other factors. But if I'm just speaking from numerology, everybody's going to have challenges. I mean, we come to Earth for challenges. If you didn't believe me, believe me, we're going to have challenges here. But in understanding this, people with master numbers have a humanitarian purpose. I mean, doing something to help people. So, and with all of this, I would encourage everybody to learn everything they can about their number once you figure out what it is, and learn everything you can about it, because it falls under know thyself, and know thyself is so important. So now that you have your personal number, your life path number, that's what it's called, your life path number, let's look at the personal year for everybody, shall we? So how do you do the personal year? It's very easy. So this year is 2025. So 2 plus 2 plus 5 is a 9. 2025 is a 9 year. So to calculate your personal year, your own personal year, if I take mine, I'm getting September, which is a 9. I was born on the 20th, that's a 2. 9 plus 2 is 11. And the year is 2025 is a 9. So 9 plus 11 is 9, 10, 11. It's another 11. So for me, oh dear, it is going to be quite the year. Quite the year. Again, I don't reduce 11s to 2. So I just don't. I look at it, I view that very, very differently. But interesting enough, if you find that you have a 9 year for you, whatever your birthday is, if it equals the month, let's say it's you were born on August 1st, that's easy. If you were born on August 1st, that's August is an 8, 1 is a 1, so 8 plus 1 is 9. And then you add the 9 year, 9 plus 9 is 18, which 8 and 1 is 9, so it comes down to a 9. And so if your personal year is the same as the year, so your personal number is the same as the year, that could be very intense. It could be a very intense. Also, if your personal year number, let's say your personal year number is a 9, and your life path is a 9 at the same time, that would be more experiences, more intense of a year for you. So if you find when you calculated that your personal year, or I'm sorry, your life path number is a 9, and you find out that your personal year is a 9, that would certainly be quite a year for you. Quite a year for you. So these are all things to look at and explore. And again, if I can answer any of your questions with that, I'm happy to. It's it's fun. Numerology is fun. Just view it as something that you're so learning about yourself because you're intrigued with you. That's what you need to do. Spend a lot of time that you have learning everything about yourself, whether it's astrology, whether it's numerology, but numerology is really, really interesting. And I love the destiny cards too. So when I do a session with somebody, I throw it all in because it's so much fun for me to see everybody. or to see everything. And before I forget, I want to talk about a couple of things too, and then I'm going to answer a bunch of questions that I certainly can get to. I want to talk about, I'm teaching a class with Prajna Avalon on August 5th. On August 5th, I'm sorry, April 5th. I don't want to get ahead of the game. April 5th. And this is a transformational journey of navigating autism. So if you know somebody that has that is autistic, or if you know somebody that has a child that's autistic, or a friend, or anything that we're going to be giving a lot of information. It's a powerful 3-hour session, and it's designed to provide deep insight, spiritual guidance, and practical tools for navigating life with autism, whether it's for yourself or whether it's with a loved one. And I'm teaching this class with Prajna Avalon, who was diagnosed last year with autism. And it is really a very special power to have. And so we're going to be talking about it from practical tips. So she knows a lot about what she's gone through on her journey. And sometimes hearing somebody else's journey is as important as you can ever imagine, because it will make you feel that you're not alone, and you have people that understand you. So that is a wonderful class to take if you are interested at all in autism. So this next class that I'm teaching is called Crystal Connections, and that's unlocking energy and harmony and design. And so Julianne Crystal and I are teaching, Julianne Siegel, not Julianne Crystal. Julianne Siegel and I are teaching a class. It's an immersive journey about crystals, and we're going to talk about transforming spaces. We're going to be using crystals for energy work. We're going to talk about it for beauty and for feng shui and for decor, and you will love this. Plus, you can pre-order some crystals for your class. And this class is April 26th. So please join us. And I'll talk a little more about everything. Yeah, you guys will love this class. It's going to be if you love crystals, you have to join us. It's only a 2-hour class. It's going to be so much fun. So please join us there. All right, Renee, do you want to put that question up? Again, I'm sorry, and I will answer that question. So if you can find that again, Renee. Okay, Melania Stan. Hi, Melania. Hi, Kellee. I'm feeling anxious all the time. I'm always overthinking and worried. And your birthday is 10/29. So 10/29 is, I believe it's a 6 of hearts. Hold on a second. 10/29. Yeah, 6 of hearts. So 6 of hearts they do have a lot. That's a 6 energy. 6 of hearts has a lot to do with concerned about family issues. A lot of family issues. Can we all get along? What's going on? Often there can be a lot of drama around about a 6 of hearts. But so if you can, Milana, learn how to do box breathing, because that will help you with the anxiety. Box breathing is where you breathe, you take a deep breath for 4 seconds, and then you hold it for 4 seconds, and then you release it for 4 seconds, and then you repeat this process, and it's like they call it box breathing. And that what happens when you're anxious and you go into deep breathing, it changes the brain chemistry. It just shifts it. So, and I understand that. So, and 6 of hearts tend to overthink things. So I would get as grounded as you can. I would start learning how to meditate, all these things that can help you with getting grounded. Okay. I mean, the world is going to present a lot of chaos. So we want to learn to be gentle with ourselves and to be as grounded as possible, honey. Okay, I hope that helps you. And I have a couple of cards here. I have a card for Vicky. I have a card for you, Vicky. Hold on a minute, Vicky, from Talking to Heaven. Talking to Heaven. Let's get you a card, honey. From your husband. You are never alone. Well, we know that for a fact, because that man is always there. And Lori, if you're listening, Lori Counts, here we go. From your dad, I will always point you in the right direction. And I know he's trying to give you some direction here. Okay? So I hope that those help. Hi, Elizabeth Preston. Okay, from Instagram. Hi, everybody on Instagram. Thanks for listening on that. My birthday is October 6th, and my name is Wendy. I would love to know my numbers. Okay, so October 6th. October is a 10, which we reduced to a 1. And 1 plus 6 is 7. So that's a 7 right there. And 1965, 11 is a 3. It's a 3-year. So 3 plus 6 is 9, plus 1 is 10. We reduce that to a 1. So I would say you are a 1, Wendy. And a 1 is a leader. Ones are here for leaders. Read everything you can about a 1. They're your powerhouses. The ones are the ones where you say, oh, go through that door. Okay. They just, ones are good to have around, Thanks for that question. I appreciate that. I do have some questions that I do want to answer that people sent to me. Here we go. If I can find them, where did I put them? Here we go. Okay. Oops. Okay. Let me see. Patty, and I'll answer that question. Hold on a second, Patty. She says, Patty Morris says, my mom broke her femur 12 days ago. Oh, I'm so sorry. Not happy doing therapy, praying for God to take her, even praying for her mom to come and get her. 5/12/1934. Days never asked her mom for anything. So Patty, it's weird because I have been saying this for the last 2 weeks. This energy is so chaotic. It is, people are falling and having accidents. I've been seeing so many of that. And I'm so sorry that she broke her femur. Now, her birthday is 5/12. That's really close to that energy of that. We call it the Death Star, actually, Agul, which is right, always comes in around May 13th till about May 19th. And that is, if you were born during that time, that's a very challenging time, actually. And so your mom comes in 16, 15, 14, 13. Yeah. So let me just see this 9, 10, 11, 12, 8, 8 year. Well, a lot of people will be checking out in the next period of time, because of these eclipses. The eclipses are like are portals that open up, and a lot of people will be deciding to leave. And so, just keep an eye on her, and just her loved ones are around her for sure. I mean, if you're talking to her mom right now, or she is, that's not an easy one. It's not an easy one. Okay, I'm sorry, Patty. That's a tough one, isn't it? Now I have another question here. This is from Pernelia Sinclair. She said, I'm seeing angel numbers everywhere, mostly 1111 or 111, but 333. So angel numbers are really important. Again, the numbers are important. Spiritually, we start to wake up when we see the numbers. It's like we were programmed before that we'll pay attention to numbers and it'll wake us up because we'll be curious. What does that mean? What does that mean? So it wakes us up. And every number, and I'll do another show on that, on all the numbers. I've done several shows on them, but essentially 111s are new beginnings. And you said 333. 333 are the ascended masters that are always around us. 555, if anybody's out there seeing 555, change is on its way. A lot of change there. So I hope that helps. And she also asked a question. She said that I did the exercise so she was watching James and I the other day on our show about spirit guides, and she saw an angel when she went into the meditation with long hair. Was I making this up? No. If that's what you saw, that's what you saw. Often angels will have long hair. And was that Archangel Michael? That I do not know. But if that's the sense that you got with that, then that would have been it. So I'm not sure who that was, but you would know that. Okay, so this is a good question. This is from Bonnie Russell. She says, Kelly, I have a question I've been pondering for days. I thought, who better to ask than you? Oh, that's sweet. Are we given our human names at birth? Or have our names been chosen before coming to Earth? Yes. We choose our names. And you're like, no, I would never choose that name. Oh, yes, you would. Yes, you would. For lots of reasons. So before we're born, what do I want to be? Who do I want to be? What am I about? Again, everything has meaning. Whatever your name is, look at the meaning of your name. Like literally Google the meaning of your name, because it'll give you, again, more insight into this. So do we choose our names? Yes, we choose our names. We choose now I can't fathom that we would leave that up to willy-nilly from our parents to choose it. That doesn't make any sense in my mind. No, we choose before we come in. We choose so many deep things before we come in. We choose the color of our eyes. We choose, we just choose all the things that will help us, or karmically what we need, So, we do choose. We do choose. So I hope that was a good question, though. I appreciate that. A lot of people are seeing red cardinals. I love that. And red cardinals always are, it's our family and loved ones visiting us. Okay, so Kim Ann Snodgrass, she says, in regards to the Delta flight that crashed, she said, I know you said that the first couple of months of 2025 were going to be pretty bumpy. So here's my question after seeing this pop up in the news. Who in management do I need to speak to about calming things down? I feel that the crash is a metaphor. So I said, I feel like the crash is a metaphor for what's going on right now. And, who do we speak to about calming down? We have to go inward to calm down. We have to. But this is a bumpy ride ahead. It's bumpy and it will get bumpier. It is. So really, even though it might feel like we're going cattywampus and upside down, keep your seatbelt on and pay a lot of attention. Okay. And Patty Campbell says, regarding I think she means the oarfish that are coming to the ocean and then dying. I don't know if anybody has seen these. She said, what are our thoughts on that? So in Japanese folklore, the oarfish, if you guys haven't seen the oarfish, you should Google this. It's this long, like strange looking, it's not like a snake. I don't even know. It's like a long paddle or something. It's the strangest thing. Anyway, they've seen a few of them. In fact, I think they saw some in Encinitas, actually, where James lives. I meant to tell him this. They call this a doomsday fish because in Japanese folklore, they represent a tsunami coming. And that belief system goes back to the 17th century. So these fish are so rare that when they come up like this, they're like something is going to be going on here. So anyway, Patricia Weaver. Hi, Patricia. She said, I would love a number. So your birthday is March 2nd, 1950. So if you were born on March 2nd, 1950, that makes you, let's see here, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It makes you an 11, Patricia, an 11. So what I was saying about 11s earlier, that 11 is the teacher. It means that you will have taken the school of challenges, like you signed up for them all. Like there's a list before, I think I'll take this class and I'll take that. And you said, no. Whenever I see an 11, they're like, doomed, because it's hard. 11s are hard. 22 is hard. 33 is hard. 11 is really hard. So anyway, but your birthday is March 2nd, which makes you an 8 of spades, which gives you power, power, power. So it means that you would take on all of everything you've had to take on with just grit, determination, and power. So I've seen many CEOs that were March 2nd. Really powerful. March 1st, March 2nd, really powerful. Really powerful. Madeline Weedman. Hi, Madeline. She said, numerology is fascinating, and your birthday is 7-3. So 7-3, 1953. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you are a 9, and it's a 9 year. So what I was saying about that would be big. That's large right there. So that this year will be profound for you. And your birthday is July 3rd. So 9, 10. So, and that makes you a 1 in numerology. So I think that's right. I did that right. Okay. So, and Tippy Landis said, Kelly, I had a dream several months ago. They had a chalkboard with 111. And I know it was a message from your mom. And whenever you see 111, you say, hi, Mom. That's fantastic. I love that. So this is a question that I have been thinking about since I saw it. And this is from you, Regina Clark. I appreciate this. She said, Kelly, I live on Social Security. I read today that the president is planning to harm it, even remove it. It would leave me homeless. Can you say anything at all about this? I don't think that's going to happen, Regina. I think we are going to have dramatic shifts, huge change beyond. But I don't see that happening. Okay. So please Don't go down that road with that thought. I don't believe that's going to happen. Okay, I think there's going to be a lot of puffery that comes out, but I don't see that as happening. Okay. And hi, Frank Sullivan. He says, every day is a struggle, but no matter what, I just keep trying in hopes that one day I will rise above this. That's right. The second part is I don't want to die and not be able to go to heaven. Why would you not go to heaven? What's going on here, Frank? Death is scary, but being stuck here or not being able to go is worse. Okay, Frank. You're going to go to heaven. You're going to go to the other side. You're going to be just fine. So let's just remove that from the equation. Okay, that is absolutely, you're going to be just fine with that. I'm sorry that every day is a struggle, honey. Let's get you a card from your guides here. Oops, that was the wrong. I just picked, that was the card I gave to Larry. You are never alone. You are never alone. So I know you have a lot of help from the other side, Frank. Okay, just remember that you have a lot of help and a lot of love from the other side. So just know that. Okay. Okay, Tanya Mays. Hi, Tanya Spencer Mays. Kellee, anything positive that I can tell you? Yes, things have not been good. I understand that, Tanya. Things have been challenging, right? Very challenging. And your birthday's October 3rd, which is my daughter's birthday. Yay. And she definitely chose her name. I remember that. So, and October 3rd is a 6 of diamonds, and you were born in 1975. 75 is a 22. So 3, 24, 25, 26. You're an 8. So step into that, Tanya, the power of 8. You know, your birthday was on the day after the eclipse of last year. So you're still riding out that wave, Tanya. Okay? Still riding out. Now, we're about ready to have some more eclipses. But things will get better, sweetheart. Things will get better. Hi, Judy. Let's see. Okay, Rose Lee. Can I have a card, please? My dog has to have surgery. Oh, my God, Rose? I've heard so many stories like this. My dog has to have surgery. My cat has to have surgery. She said, I just want to know if the surgery is going to go well. Let me get you a card from your guides here. Give without expectation. I'm going to say yes, yes, yes. You just go with that, Rose. Yes, it's going to be, I get a yes on that. Okay. Yeah, Evie, it does seem like the whole country is upside down. Okay, Elizabeth Preston. This week was very busy with what felt like a lot of tests under pressure. That's a really great way to describe that, Elizabeth. I noticed I wasn't the only one feeling this week. That's true. My coworkers felt this way as well. Today was a bit of a breakthrough, but beginning of this week was pretty intense. Yes, yes, yes. And today was also a very intense day for other people, though. So these are intense days. These are not easy days that we have. They're just not. So here's what you can do. Wake up in the morning. Give yourself the best boost that you can of energy, of love. Maybe go into some meditation. Rise above as much as you can and try not to go down any rabbit hole, okay? And everybody's try to stay in your body. Try to be mindful of that because we're going to see people with their anxiety and their fears and it's going to come out. And we all need to remember that we're going through a lot of transition now. And the energies that are coming up in March bring more transition. And that kind of transition, we have to prepare ourselves mentally. And how do we do that? We take good care of ourselves. Make sure you go to sleep. Make sure you sleep. Make sure you, eat well. Again, sleeping and eating well is a really good antidote to this kind of energy. But anyway, because it's happening. We are having these intenses. Okay, let's see. Here we go. Yes, Margaret, a little more intense. Okay. Lori Young says, good heavens, help me because your birthday is March 16th. I know, Lori. God bless you, Lori. The first eclipse, I don't mean to laugh, but my birthday, I have the same situation in September, and I still have it coming up in September with all of the eclipses during that period. So, Lori, the first eclipse will be March 14th, and you're going to be right in the middle of it. But I'll help you through it, Lori. Don't worry. There means a lot of change, and you're a true Pisces in Vedic astrology, well, all these planets lined up will get you to the goal line where you need to be, and you'll start, fresh. So it's actually a good thing, Lori. From Instagram, Julie. Hi, Julie. Can our spouse's numerology affect ours? Yes. I've had a numerology reading and I'm wondering if the ups and downs from the last years are his to take on and not mine. Well, that's a psychological issue. So we can say, I'm not sure what he's taking on, Julie, or whatever you're taking on for him, because it's funny. Look what his number is for the year and look at your number for the year. Sometimes they match. So I've had couples where they match. I've had couples where they're the complete opposite. That means this one is learning about this one's learning about this, completely opposite. So kind of see where you are with that. But yes, absolutely. A personality disorder can affect us too. So I'm not sure where it is with the numerology, but it's a really good question. I would go in with a numerology, look at both of yours and your husband to see and read about each sign there for each of you. I think that's a really good idea. And before I forget, I do want to talk about one last thing before I forget here, which is, drum roll please, next week we are officially going to announce that we are going to have our retreat for the Roots of Healing, and the tickets will be on sale next week. And the name of our retreat, and it's going to be in Los Angeles, in Burbank, California, is called the Game of Life Retreat. And it's going to be a full 3-day event with Carrie Gonia, Dr. Shirley and Pellizzeri, and for me. And you'll find it on my website. Just give us about another week or so. And for those of you that receive my newsletter, you'll have first choice to purchase if you want to attend. We are I think we have room for 35 people. I think that's it. And so it's going to be extraordinary. I'll go through the details with it next week, but it's going to be so fun. It's June 20th, 21, and 22. So it's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we have lots of events planned for those 3 days. And it's going to be we're going to be talking about spirituality, psychology, and family constellation. So those three, we love to be together, and it's going to be just a really wonderful group experience for 3 days that we're going to be looking at the roots of healing, and we're calling this one the Game of Life. What goes on in life and the things that we need to recover from, the things that we need to heal from. So it would be great if you can join us. So anyway, I did want to say that, and my March calendar is open before I forget to. And there is a lot of hate in the world, March. There is a lot of hate in the world. And so again, got to just keep a lot of love for ourselves and a lot of love for others. We have to remember that during this period of time, our souls signed up to be here. And you're thinking, no, Kelly, I would never have done that. Oh, you did. This is no accident that we're here at this time. And for people that are saying, but I'm spiritual and I can't take it. No, you're spiritual and this is going to you'll learn so much that if you need to be here for this period of time, because you're going to learn a lot about yourself. You'll learn about others. You'll learn the big ticket things, the reason we're here, which are love, kindness, compassion, empathy. We have to think in those terms, because spiritually, we really do have to continue to grow no matter what. And so this is quite the experience. When we go back home to the other side, we will say, yes, I was there. Yes, I learned to be kind. I learned to be empathic. I learned compassion. I learned empathy. I helped others during times of crisis. You have to think like that. So there are bigger reasons to be here than ever right now. So this is really, we're all needed here. This is a big time here. Tammy says, you guys talked about plane crashes during the prediction show. We did, Tammy. We certainly did. Linda, hi, Linda Truax. She said, Kelly, I appreciate all you do. Thank you. So your birthday is June 12th, 1953. So my life path is a 9. A personal year is in a 9, and this is a 9 year. Let's see, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 9. That is correct. That is correct. So your life path is a 9. 9s come to complete a life cycle. They come almost as masters. They come to really rise above everything. So your personal year is also a 9. Yes, because it's a 9 year and it's a personal year 9. Oh my gosh, Linda, big year, big year. And you are June 12th. June 12th is a 5 of diamonds, and a 5 of diamonds has everything to do with the angelic realm, actually. They're here to learn about themselves. And I would say empower the 9 in the sense of really knowing who you are, know thyself, and with great purpose. 9s come in with great purpose here. 9 maybe helping others understand their role in life. If you come in as the wise sage, and this is going to be quite a year for you. I'm so glad I got to see that, Linda. It's rare. You're all of this that you just showed us is rare. So God bless you. Thank you for showing us that. Okay, so Jen Shelley says, Kellee, I love you. Thank you for all you do. I'm seeking employment, and I'm having a tough time with procrastination. Well, it's hard to get tired if you are procrastinating. So may I have a reading? Yes, and your birthday is July 6th. So July 6th is a 9 of diamonds. So a 9 of diamonds is about value. What do we value? Are you tired, Jen Shelley? Are you tired? Because it takes energy. Are you not? You need to really line up with what you value. And if you have value and you line up with what you value, that procrastination will cease, because you'll be lining up and doing what you need to do. So there you go. I hope that helps. So Marge Webb, you were 4/22/1953. So 8, 9. So you are also a 9. 1953 is a 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 8. Yes, you are an 8, Marge. That is correct. That is correct. Evie Frieden says, how about preemie babies? Yes, they chose to come in earlier. For whatever reason, I don't know. Maybe they needed the struggle. Maybe they needed to understand what the struggle was like. Maybe the mother needed to understand struggle. I don't know. But I guarantee there's a reason for all of that. I hope that helps. So let's see. And Evie, you were a premature baby. Yeah, there would be a lot of struggle with that. There's no doubt about that. No doubt about that. But anyway, and Rachel Crawford says, I'm a 7 and my daughter's a 7. How great. Vicki, don't you just love Lulu? She is in August. They're so cute. August school was, they were raising money for heart illness and teaching everybody about Heart Month and all of this. And so he called me today and he said, Gigi, would you donate some money to my school to help me with da-da-da-da? And I said, yes, I will. Sign me up. He was just thrilled. So Kathy Yamaguchi says 33 or a 6. I never break down a 33. I always, I don't make it a 6. So there are some astrologers that will say that, are numerologists. I don't, and I'm not a numerologist, but I keep it as a 33. And also I want to say this, and that I thought this was really interesting, and I'll leave you with this, that in, let's say in numerology, some numerologists believe that the personal year that we're talking about, like whatever your personal year is, that they believe that it starts on January 1st, but I don't. And there is a whole other side that believe that it begins when your birthday begins. So if your birthday's in September, then that 9 year would affect, it would go to your birthday, and then you would change at your birthday. So there are different ways to view things, as always, but I just kind of wanted to put that out and enjoy having all of this. Oh, Julie says my husband and I are both 5s. Yeah, and he hates change. Oh, that's unusual. Really? That's unusual, Julie. Usually 5s are like, woohoo, let's go, let's go. That's interesting. I wonder why that is. Well, listen, everybody, on Monday, James and I have a great guest. Maureen Hancock's going to join us on Monday. It's going to be so fun. 3 mediums. What are 3 mediums when we get together? What do we talk about? the other side. It's going to be so fun. So join us on Monday. And next Thursday, join me, and we're going to be talking about the energy of March. And I have a lot to say about March, okay? So take care, my friends. Have a great week. Go inward when you can, and breathe.
You've been listening to Ask Me Anything, featuring spiritual medium and psychotherapist Kellee White.